Joining us now in Studio B, guest number 2. His name is David Almadova. He is the Director of Athletic Marketing, does an amazing job, particularly with hashtag BYU50 going on. Listen, from what I could tell on Saturday, with all of the drops around the state of Utah, that's the craziest day in the history of hashtag BYU50. How was it, man? How'd you survive all of that?
You know what? My staff is absolutely amazing. And they work tirelessly to get it all ready and to plan it, to implement it, to fulfill it all. They're great at what they do. And so I'm thankful for the staff that I have that can help implement it all and put it together.
How crazy are things right now? Like at this time of year, when you fall asleep at night, are your dreams just filled with big blue boxes with Nike gear in it?
They have been. They have been. And we just got in our Nike gear for the season, so it's just Nike. We're Nike'd out right now.
Yeah, there are Nike checks and swooshes all over the place. Yes. It's crazy.
Yep.
David Almadova with us on BYU Sports Nation. For those that aren't familiar with hashtag BYU50, and if you are,
I don't know how you aren't
where
familiar
have you
with
been,
it.
But kind of give them just a brief summary of what happens and why you do this.
So basically, it started. We used to do count down the kickoff. Right, you'd do different graphics on social. You'd post, 50 days out, 45 days out, or whatnot. So the idea was, how do we engage our fans more with countdown to kickoff? One, to remind people when we're 50 days out, it's coming upon us, right? It's coming up quick. And so that was kind of the whole intention was, let's do a campaign, a nationwide campaign, where we can let fans know that we're counting down the kickoff and that we're going to give away some swag. So that's kind of what started the whole process. Every year it's gotten a little bigger of how are you going to top yourself the next year? What are you going to do the next year? And so that's basically why it started, was just to have a more fan engagement part of a countdown to kickoff.
Yeah, and in each state,
yes,
though, it's so unique.
Yeah, it is unique. And I think this year, the way we restructured it, as far as having more fans being able to have the opportunity to win, I think we've seen from some of the photos at different states that there's been bigger turnouts. So.
Yeah, so one box in every state, with the exception of Utah, for obvious reasons. There's more boxes. There's multiple cities within the state from top to bottom within the state. Yeah. How crazy was last Saturday? Because this past Saturday was Utah's day. What was the response across the state?
So I think overall it was really good. We started actually at midnight. We did a drop at 12:50 in the morning at the IPF, and it was a quarterback challenge. And so the first 20 people that showed up, we had them compete for it. So we had about 50 people show up. So we let the others come in to watch.
At essentially 1 o'clock in the morning?
1 o'clock in the morning. So we got done at about 1:30, cleaned up, and then went and got a little shut-eye for a few hours, and then got up and got ready to fulfill the rest of the day.
That is crazy.
It's fun to watch. It's fun to see all of the drops and where they are and the amount. I always loved seeing after the window is closed, and then you get that picture of the number of fans that showed up at that location. And it's even more impressive when you look at all the different states. I think like Mississippi or Alabama had this just gigantic showing.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. That's the one I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
It's amazing the turnout for these in every state.
Yeah, it's been great. And, Cougar Nation's alive and well out there. And, the one thing about Saturday that was neat was just to run into so many fans at all the different drops and to talk to them. And, they're excited about the football season. They're excited about the upcoming season, and they can't wait to get it started. And there was a family that we talked to that we were just kind of talking about, hey, Cougar fans, how long have you been Cougar fans? And the conversation led to, we've been season ticket holders there at the beginning of time. And I asked if they renewed this year, and he said, we renewed all 24 season tickets.
Wow.
Nice.
And so I was, that's awesome. That's great to see. And so we appreciate that.
David Almadova with us on BYU Sports Nation. The Cougar kickoff approaches for those that are local to the Wasatch Front in northern Utah. Quickly tell us, what can fans expect of that? If maybe you want to make a trip from out of state and come do that, because it's a fun event.
So it's next Tuesday. It'll start at 6 o'clock. It's at Haas Field. That's just adjacent to the IPF. For those who are Cougar Club members, they're able to get in at 5:45, just a little earlier before the rest of the public. But yeah, our football team will be there. We'll have our gymnastics team, some women's basketball players. We'll have our women's volleyball players and cross-country teams there, Cosmo, cheerleaders. There's some vendors there. So yeah, it's a great overall night, kind of hey, we're just a couple weeks out from kickoff, so let's go.
I wish upon you much rest, as much as you possibly can have over the next 26 days before the season kicks off.
All good. We're ready to roll. So
when that ball goes up in Arizona, it's got to feel like this huge relief moment for you. Like, we did it. We made it.
Yep. And then then the season starts, and so now you're involved in that and getting ready for each home game and whatnot. So, but I saw that your question earlier was about who's the starting quarterback.
Oh yeah.
So I just passed, obviously, our 1984 champion in the hallway.
Robbie Bosco.
So what did he say? I'm just curious to know what he said, if you asked him the question.
He just said it needs to happen as soon as possible. He thinks it's going to happen this week, as do we.
Okay.
And Kalani even said, as soon as possible. That's when the coaches are talking about it like that, you know they want to get this out of the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was a question that we got asked a lot on Saturday.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I don't know. It's Coach Sataka's decision, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. David, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Great to see you guys.
Yeah, and hashtag BYU50 on all the social media platforms if you want to know the state and how to get involved. That is the way to do it.